So, since we last saw each other, I have come to realize a few things about myself. One, I'm a bad YouTuber. But we already knew this. I knew this before I started this channel. You knew this once you clicked onto this channel. I'm not good at it. I don't know how to do it. I don't have a Gucci belt or a vlogging camera. I'm doing this on my phone. Number two, my life is very boring. And not in like a, I'm so quirky, I'm not like most girls kind of boring. I mean like a legitimate, I vlogged an entire day of my life, watched the footage back, and wanted to die. So, yeah, I'm a very boring person. I don't do anything. I'm not kidding when I tell you all I do is go to my job and come home and then take a nap. That's all I do. And if you know me in real life, you know that is 100% a fact. So, I've decided that maybe vlogging isn't for me. Not at least every day. I'm not gonna do every day, like daily vlogs. I might vlog every once in a while if I go out and do something interesting. If I leave my house, maybe that would be interesting, perhaps. But as far as daily vlogs go, that's out the question. I tried it and I failed. And everyone knows that if you don't do perfectly at something on the first try, just give up. So, you know. But something else happened in the midst of my discovering I'm not a very good vlogger. I have some footage of my nighttime rambles. And basically, so, alright, let's backtrack a little bit. When I started this channel, it was because late at night, I have this thing where my really bad, overwhelming depression spells happen late at night where I'm by myself and I feel alone and it's really hard to get through. So what did I do? I filmed one of them because this channel started off as me needing someone to talk to late at night. So what did I do? I talked to my camera. And I feel like that may be something with a lot of people. I feel like maybe nighttime is just a lonely time of the day that's really hard to get through if you struggle with mental illness, if you struggle with kind of that. So I decided I might start a series on this channel called 2 a.m. Talks, which is going to be exactly what it is. Me talking at 2 a.m. I feel like people might be their most honest at night, or whatever. Like, you know, when you're sitting around with like your friends or something and it's like 2 a.m. and you all just get like really deep, really real. I feel like that happens at that point of the day for a reason. So I've decided I'm going to just start filming that and see what happens, and maybe it'll be comforting to other people. Maybe it'll be eye-opening, maybe it'll be annoying, maybe it'll be nothing. I don't know. But that's basically what I'm planning on doing. So the footage you're about to see will make no sense. It will not be in the correct order, at least. So while I was filming my very boring day, attempting to be a vlogger, I scrapped a lot of that footage, obviously, because it's boring, and who wants to see it? However, there are some points where I was talking that I feel like a lot of people might relate to. I feel like a lot of people might learn from. I just kind of said some real-ish. So I figured I don't want that footage to go to waste. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna put it in this video. This video's a mess, by the way. So please bear with me. If you are still watching, thank you very much. And I am so sorry I'm not better at this. But so that's what you're about to see. What you're about to see is 2 sets of footage from my attempt at being a vlogger, where I say some real-ish, and I hope that it resonates, I hope that it relates, and I hope you enjoy it, and if not, I mean, you get to see me cry, so you can make fun of me or whatever. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. I will start this series. It won't be the only thing I post. I'll post other things, but as of right now, I have like a set plan that I want to start a series called 2 a.m. Thoughts. Hopefully I'll have some friends on. We'll talk to other people. Maybe we'll do it in like interesting locations. I don't know. I'm kind of excited about it. I think it could really be beneficial to people who are like me and feel their most loneliest at night and just need someone to feel like they're with. And that was the whole reason of this channel, to comfort people and make them realize that they're not alone. So, strap in, kiddies, because what you're about to see is kind of a disaster. But I feel like it has a good moral of the story. So, again, I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, and I wish I knew how to do the, like, whatever, but yeah. Cool. When you have depression, like that kind, when you have depression, it's always with you. Some people are different. Some people, they'll have depression spells where they'll feel it, but they call it spells for a reason, because it's a period of time where you're so heavy. But if you've had it for a while and it's something that's a part of you, especially if you have depressive bipolar disorder like I do, it's with you all the time. But over time, you learn how to be high functioning, which means that you can get up, go to work, do what you have to do, and still feel depressed. Just because someone is being productive and doing everything that they have to or need to do doesn't mean they're not depressed. I feel like that's a misconception. Depression isn't just sitting in bed all day. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. But sometimes it's kind of like white noise in the back of your head. It's kind of like someone has a TV on in a room next door, and all day you're the only one. You're sitting in like the room next door, or you're sitting outside the room with the TV in it, and all day long you just hear the faint muffling of the TV. It's like all day long you can hear that the TV is on. You know the TV's on, but you can maneuver throughout your day with the TV still on in the back of your head. But sometimes it feels like you're shoved into the room with the TV, and the TV's on the highest setting, and you feel like your eardrums are going to burst. So that's what happened last night. It felt like I was in this room with this TV, and my eardrums were going to burst. And I was so... And it's moments like these where, like, crying spells happen, which is something that comes with depression. Sometimes you just sob uncontrollably because you don't know why, but you just do. And last night, nothing really triggered it. It just happened. I just felt suddenly, I was just suddenly from in a different room hearing the TV to now I was in the room with the TV, and it was like in my face, and I was suffocating, and I sobbed really uncontrollably on and off for about 4 to 5 hours. And it's those moments that are so scary, because you're like, this isn't gonna end, because you're stuck in that moment, and you're like, wow, this is my life, this is never gonna end. And you feel so trapped and so stuck, and you can't find the words, you can't. Sometimes you can phone a friend, sometimes you can't, sometimes you can't do literally anything but sob or just stay in this like catatonic state. And it's those moments where something in your head is like, you have to end it right now, because this is going to be your whole life. So if you don't end it right now, you're going to spend the rest of your life in this room with this really loud TV that no one else hears but you. And you can't find the off button, and you can't find the remote. And it's so scary, and it's so isolating. And I have these moments where I'm trapped in this TV room pretty often, but that's just what happens, And yeah, I had a moment last night where in my head I was like, oh, I have to end it right now, or this is going to be the rest of my life. Like, I'm stuck here. But you have to ride it out. And I know, I wish I had a better answer. And if you're out there, there's something. And if you're out there and you know what I'm talking about, you know that. And if you're still here, you know that sometimes you have to ride it out. You have to just kind of let it consume you completely. And you have to let it spit you back out, because it always does. That's the thing. Eventually, you're gonna find a way out of the room, and the TV is gonna become a muffled noise again. But you just have to let it spit you. You just have to let it consume you and spit you back out. So now I'm back with the TV playing in a different room, and I can hear it. And I'm the only one that hears it. But it's far away. And that's what depression is. Well, when you're high functioning, when you have learned to kind of maneuver through life and fake it and just kind of like function, it's always in the back of your head. It's just kind of this noise in the back of your head. Or like, it's like walking with ankle weights. Yeah, you can physically walk. You just learn how to adjust the weight to the best place that you can. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. And that's what happened. It consumed me all night. But it spit me back out, and here I am. This is the kind of stuff I was afraid to put on camera. This is the kind of stuff that makes me feel embarrassed and ashamed. I guess I just kind of feel broken. Okay, anyway. Right. So, it's nighttime, and I think it's going on 1 a.m. Nights are the hardest, I think. Because you feel the quiet and like the heaviness of everything. I think it feels more real at night. You know, it's like the whole world is asleep and it's just me, and I'm all by myself. People might watch this and think, oh, she's so dramatic, she's doing this for attention. Like, just like call a friend, or like, you know. But it's so much deeper than that. It's not just calling a friend. It's different. There's something inside you that feels lonely. And you can't reach it. You can't point at it on an x-ray. It's inside. It's somewhere. It feels like an invisible tumor that just eats away at you. You really are alone with your thoughts at night. So I have this thing where if I'm not in constant communication with somebody, I feel unwanted. But sometimes I don't have the energy to contribute to a conversation, even if it's with somebody that I love so much. And it's this vicious cycle. And you feel so stuck and trapped in it. Because you want to reach out, you do. But you either feel like a burden, or you feel like you can't connect because you feel empty inside. Or just don't have the energy to. Imagine that, not having the energy to like talk to your best friend. So on the inside, you're screaming and you're begging for someone to notice that you're falling apart. But how can they notice if your knee-jerk reaction is to say that you're fine because you don't want to be a bother or a burden? You know, your brain really does hold you hostage. It traps you in these vicious cycles. This is what I mean by it consumes you and then it spits you right back out. The TV is so loud right now, and I can't find the